Hi all, so I'm making some yeast bread. I was gonna make some the other day and I was thinking I can't do that. It's probably not gonna last until Monday, so I figure I bring my stuff home and bake here. So I did, I set my dough this morning, well, about 9 maybe. And it took a little bit longer to raise, but it did. I was getting a little worried thinking my yeast didn't activate, but it did. So it took about an hour and a half to raise up here. Usually I make my bread at home and in the valley, and this time I brought my stuff up here so I could do it here because I didn't want my bread to go get moldy quick. So I brought my stuff up here and got it done this morning and started rolling out just a couple minutes ago, maybe about 10 minutes. I already have 2 on the stove that need to raise before they go in. And that's all I'm doing. Takes a while. It's a little time consuming, but it works. This one is weird. I don't like it, so I'm doing it over. My grandma, late grandma, my maternal grandma, she was so meticulous and had to have things very perfect. And I think all of us in our family have learned that, you know, like to have things look nice or do it over. So I'm very fussy with how my bread looks or how it comes out. And then got one more pan here. I guess I could do 2 more. I'm picky with my pans too. It has to be, I don't know what size these are, but I found those ones that I put up there at IKEA, and those are a perfect size. So I need to go back and get me more because I found the perfect pan size there. So I need to go get some of those so I can throw all these other ones away. This one's just a kneader's one that we probably got a pie from there, and I just saved the pan because it was a good size too. So I usually use this one. I don't make yeast bread too often. It's only like Thanksgiving and Christmas I usually make it. So, and I don't even do it during the year. I probably should be. I don't have to make a big batch, but at least to go with other meals. It takes a little while though too, so it's not something you can just do like after work or fast. It takes a little time. I mean, I'm sure with a smaller dough it would work. This one I think I did a double size, so it's not too much. Usually I do it 4 times the amount, so that takes a long time to do, at least a couple hours for me to roll out and cook everything. This part I just try to take out as many of the bubbles as I can and then put it in the pan. I try to get them as even as I can and same size, but I'm not always perfect, but I try to make it as perfect as possible. I'm not sure what everybody else does for their holiday, like for Thanksgiving or Christmas, if you make something that you always do in just those 2 holidays. Or maybe it's something you make throughout the year. But I usually like to do yeast bread on Thanksgiving and Christmas. And for my in-laws, of course, my mom and them do their own bread, so I don't worry about them. I just worry about my in-laws and feeding them because they love yeast bread too. So I like to make them bread. And then most of the time if I make bread, it's either tortillas or fried bread. So that I'll make throughout the year, but it's yeast bread I don't really do too often. But I'm getting better at it. Something you have to practice and get better at. This dough I think came out really good. I was happy with it. It wasn't something I wanted to throw away. Sometimes I feel like that, like when I look at it and it doesn't look right to me, I'm like, do I start over or do I keep it and work with it? But it takes time. So I think I'm gonna have these ones raised so that they can go in. I'm gonna put probably 4 in at a time, and they'll bake for about 30 minutes. And then I'll start working on a couple more pans. All right, that looks good. And I just grease my pan a little bit, not a whole lot, just so that it doesn't stick. These ones have a higher, I use these anyway, these are for cakes, but I like it's about the right size, so I like to use these ones too. Sometimes these ones stick here, so I usually have to put a little bit more grease in this one. But I don't put a whole lot, I just use usually what's on my hand.
This update, it says 9 hours remaining. Other one, 5 hours remaining. That's how slow it is out here without fiber optic internet, huh?
Everybody, or everything takes time. It's not in the city where you're used to everything going fast. Not out here.
We got slow speed internet.
Yep. So it's hard when Lamont tries to do his edit videos and upload and stuff. It takes forever to do that.
Yeah, I usually don't edit out here because I use a different computer that has more processing power that can handle the shortcut open source software that I use. So if we do upload from here, they're generally just straight shot videos, no editing.
So those ones we have to be careful with what we say. Just kidding.
Or who we show. Some people respect their privacy.
Yeah.
Or some people cherish their privacy and we don't want to offend them.
But with my family, I just say, you're going to be in it anyway. Just kidding.
Say you don't say that.
They don't have a choice. Well, Keanu is good. He's good with it. He loves YouTube, huh? So he's good with being in our videos if he were to be in one. I don't know about my mom or my sister. Well, they wouldn't know anyway. We would just upload it. And I don't know if they watch YouTube or Lamont's channel anyway, so they wouldn't know. What they don't know won't hurt.
Thinking about going to the thing today, huh? The parade.
Yeah, we might go check out the parade. They have one in K-Town today, so we'll see. Depending on what time my bread gets done, it's already, what time is it?
It is 11:19.
Yeah, so might not be able to go, but that's okay. But we'll see. We'll see how long it takes to get everything done. I also wanted to do sugar cookies, so we'll see how that works. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. And I'd even bring my Christmas cookie cutters. I bought them specifically for those cookies. And I was thinking about that this morning. I was like, oh man, I forgot my Christmas cookie cutters.
First thing you did when you woke up, huh?
Is thought about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about it right away. I opened my eyes and said, oh gosh, I forgot my cookie cutters. Maybe my mom might have some that I could borrow. Or my sister probably would have some.
Net would probably have.
Yeah, Netta would probably have some. But she's in town today, so she's doing her shopping. This is why I have trouble with these ones, where they're not big enough and then they don't seal, and I have trouble with these pens. Maybe I won't do the other one because I don't want to mess with that. Or I could just roll them out smaller. We'll see how it works. Maybe I'll just do a little circle this time so I don't have to do a big fill-in in the middle. What is everybody doing for the holidays? Did everybody stay where they live, or did they go home? What are you guys all doing? We usually come home for the holidays, for Thanksgiving and Christmas. I don't remember the last time was when we stayed in the valley. And since we bought our home, we haven't even had a Christmas there yet. So we always prefer to come home and spend time with our families, and everybody, we plan and everybody decides that we should just come home. So that's what we do. You know, some of my cousins couldn't make it out, so it's sad, but they have their families and things that they're doing, and their kids, some of their kids have to work. So some of them stayed in the valley, but I'll be thinking about them. Other than that, we usually have our dinner here first. We usually open our Christmas presents in the morning here, and then we go to my mom's and we open presents with them, and then we have dinner here with Lamont's mom and our nephews and our boys and our dogs, and then we usually go to my mom's and my aunt and them in the afternoon. They usually have their dinners in the afternoon. Usually here we start cooking in the morning and we eat when we get done, so usually it's like sometimes by 11, 12 o'clock I'll be eating here. So it's early enough because my mom and them side, they usually do their dinners after like maybe 1 or 2 sometimes, so it works out. So I have to remember not to eat too much so I can eat again. All right, well, I'll show you guys the finished product when some of the bread comes out, and you can see what it looks like. Hopefully it's okay. Hopefully it comes out good. Like I said, this is the first time first time that I've tried baking out here versus down in Phoenix. So we'll see how it comes out. so far so good with the dough. I think the dough is good. So we'll see what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. So I'll show you the finished product once it's done. Talk to you later.